I was working. I was at Target with it. That's where I was at. I graduated with a business marketing and management degree. Now I had an opportunity to stay in Decatur to work as an accountant. I live in Chicago. I did not take that job. I came back to Chicago and I started searching for jobs vigorously, intentional as well, business marketing. For those of you who don't know, the college kids, marketing ain't nothing but sales when you go to Indeed. Unless you have the network, unless you have the people in your corner, unless you have job experience, marketing is sales. That's all it is. So you thinking you're going to work for a company and deliver some sort of campaign, build out information so that they can implement it within their actual workflow. Let me tell you, I was put on, I was hopefully working, I was trying to work with CPS within their marketing department. I was put on, by somebody at my church. I was able to go in and boom, have the job, right? I got the job. But let me tell you, ain't nothing free in this world. Ain't nothing free. So
what you mean?
because I didn't.
You signed a contract with Diddy or something? What you mean?
No, I ain't signed no. I ain't signed no contract with Diddy, brother.
I'm following your
I ain't do.
story, bro. I'm just saying, hold on now. It's for the people. It's for the people. Whoa, hold on now.
Let me sip that
Go
no
ahead,
Diddy.
man.
Let me sip that no Diddy.
Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing free, right, boy.
Hey, no, man.
Hold on.
Hey, what was I?
No.
So ain't nothing free, man. So at the end of the day, you know what the guy, the director of marketing said, and I wasn't the only one in this position. I'm going out as a college student because one thing you learn in college is you got to put in the work, right? So that's what we carry with us. I went to go put in the work. I kept asking. I'm like, yo, can I give something? Can I get some work? What is it that I can contribute to the team? He never gave me an answer. 3 to 4 to 5 months later, he said, hey, you know what? We doing some addition by subtractions. And we, go in other directions with certain things. I wasn't the only one. There was another lady there who was not a graphic designer. He kept two graphic designers. The lady who was working on operational management. No, there were two other women. I'm sorry. One woman who was within marketing like me, and there was another woman who was in operational management, will remain nameless. And they all decided to have that same conversation with him and left the meeting without a job. So there are plenty of situations where you come out of college and you are not only handed, you may not have the opportunity to get the job that you are actually looking for that's comparable to your degree that you got out of it. Bro, I don't know if you want to add into that.
Man, it's tough discussing college as far as once you graduate and get a degree. First of all, I didn't graduate college. I'm a college dropout. I did go to college, but I am a college dropout. But I still can contest to, I know a lot of people that did graduate and was finding it very difficult to receive jobs. I'm a pro advocate of trade school. I still believe that if you can prepare the kid or the young adult to get into trade school and learn something, learn the craft, so when you come out, you have a solid, I'm talking about a real solid foundation to really expand upon, then you got something going. I feel like it's just too much misguided people going to college without really knowing what you want to do. And by the time you figure out what you want to do, you're 50,000 in debt. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like we fail because a lack of preparation. We don't have the right foundational steps in college to know exactly what we want to take our college skills and um, adjust to the next level of life, which is being an adult, paying bills on time, but having a nice job where you can manage family bills, food, entertainment. Like it's a nothing is free out here. Everything costs something. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything costs something, man. And at the end of the day, we got facts. We not gonna play no games. We not gonna play no games. Hold on, man. Hold on. If you looking to do anything that AI can't do for you, here's one of them. There are a significant number of open electrician positions in the United States right now. Service Titan reported over 40,000 postings for electrician technician job openings and over 10,000 apprentice electrician postings in the past 2 years. LinkedIn lists 24,000 plus electrician jobs in the US. Need I say more? When I was coming out of high school, I asked somebody, I said, very, an extremely prominent guy also. I asked him, I said, hey, what should I go into college with regarding my
Mm-hmm.
actual degree? He told me, well, I mean, if you go into psychology or philosophy, I can't hire you. And as a kid, we only looking for guidance. We only looking for guidance. He said, I can't hire you. But, I said, okay, well, what about business? Business, marketing, and management. He said, okay, cool. Yeah, I can, we could work with that. That's what I did. But when I came out, I found out the truth that only through the correct situations and being able to network properly and realistically, not just
Mm-hmm.
being out like every other college. I know individuals who are not black, some black, but I know a plethora of people who are not black who graduated with a bachelor's degree. They went right into the job that they wanted to, making $200K.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you
And we
know.
know that.
But they
You
but
know,
they feed
sometimes,
they feed the educational process and journey to us. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, yes, it's true. If you work hard, you would be in a better position. But that don't necessarily always mean that you're going to be in the position you want to be in. Success has been so miscued nowadays because people compare their success to somebody that's living a celebrity lifestyle. And they just a part of the one percenters. And even
Exactly.
then, that don't come. Even then, with that don't even come with. You see Cassie and what she's going through. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice your soul to get to that point. Now, not saying that it's not brilliant minded people that ain't got money and got their cheddar by doing it the right way, whatnot. But man, you guys find a way to be content with your lifestyle, but also to go ahead and expand upon your lifestyle. And as a college student, the best way to do that is trade school because, like you said, it's 40,000 spots open for electricians. But they telling kids, oh, you're doing algebra 4 straight years or different type, trade, whatever you're doing, but you ain't do 1 year of trade school, which they offer class in suburban areas, which is crazy. Not in our west though, not in the ghetto, not at
Exactly.
all.
Exactly. And hold on, man. You can't fool me. I got the facts.
Talk to them.
I got the numbers. You can't fool me. You can't talk the old talk with me. The talk you've been talking for years. I got the facts.
Can't talk to Mama Jumbo.
So let's not the merit myth. So let's not play. Let's not play around. I'm passionate about this because you talking to a person who was called dumb in high school. Said, okay, that's the way, right? That's what we talking about.
But
Okay,
you might
cool.
have
Let
your
me,
lawsuit with that, bro.
huh?
You might have a lawsuit with that, bro. You can sue for your emotions being hurt
Oh
nowadays.
yeah,
You might,
punitive damages.
yeah,
But
you still that still mentally has a strain on you. God
you
damn it.
know, it
Get paid.
but this is what life created. You know, I'm walking the process with God, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We going for the throat. You know, they said in high school, okay, this is what you need to get. It's about education. It's about building yourself, going to college, getting the right degree. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna apply myself in high school. That's what I did. So after that, I go to college. I get the bachelor's degree. Okay, great. they say I'm supposed to be set in stone, but you know what? I want to go further. I got the master's degree. I want to go even further. I got the second master's degree. The ED.S for people who saying, is it a second? It's actually a step between the master's and
I didn't
doctor.
know. Don't feel ashamed, everybody. I didn't know it was the goddamn second master. I've been to so many damn graduations for this guy.
Yeah.
What's going
But
on now?
right. You talking to somebody who has gone deep enough. No Diddy.
Pause.
You talking to somebody who went deep enough.
Pause.
All right.
Bro, he got fired. Hey man, I'm sorry.
I done seen a lot. So please, and that what we talking is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's get back to the video.
To talk more about the current job market is executive coach Liz Bentley. Good morning.
Good morning.
So even back in the day, I did internships after graduation. So often that leads to the real job, but those opportunities are even going away. And what sectors these days are there most opportunities?
It's so true. I mean, internships are a great gateway into job opportunities and also giving you amazing experience so you can really see what careers would be like. Unfortunately, usually they surge in the spring, but right now they're down 11% from 2024, which is really concerning. In addition to that, people who have had internships are also not getting the jobs that they were expecting. With that, though, there are still some areas where we're seeing some surges, which is first in pharmaceuticals, which is really great. Then we're also, after that, in marketing, in civil engineering, communication, and then last but not least, architecture.
Okay. Good to see that communication in there.
Yeah, media and communication. Right.
So a lot of people who had planned to work for the government, they have to pivot now because of all the layoffs and all the freezes. So
real quick, I'm gonna let her continue, but she's talking layoff freezes, and she's also talking about the jobs and internships that she came through are no longer available. I was at this meeting. We were celebrating a good brother of mine. He's within CPS, a chief. We were there. I was talking to one of his associates. We were discussing a couple of things within education. You know what he told me? He said, hey, when I was coming up, there were more black men inside of education. Administrators also, right? So he said he has no clue why the numbers have dipped so low. There are less than 10% of Illinois black male administrators in Illinois, less than 10%. Less than 4% of teachers in Chicago, black male teachers, less than 4%, period. So what's going on? As far as the DEI initiatives and building out representation, did that start this year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? It feels like we're moving backwards.
Starts in the homes, man. We gotta make teaching cool again. It's nothing wrong with I feel like when we was coming up, we had a lot of black male teachers. I know, especially at Landlocked Charter Academy. That was a prominent figures in our lives that instilled discipline and went a far enough way to let you know that, man, I'm not playing. And right now there's no pushback on anything. Just to stay in politics. Just in Naperville, they had a town meeting, because a transgender just won like 7, 8, 9, 10 gold medals in a female sport. Like at some point in time, we gotta start looking at each other in the mirror. We know right and wrong. We know our left from our right. What's fair is not always equal, but right now we're not being fair at all. As a
Exactly.
people.
As a people, man. And again, sometimes we should probably take a step back just to see the impact things have on people who really try extremely hard. Me, my bro, a lot of people try extremely hard, but never get heard, never have the mantle to actually solve some of their issues, build out resolution processes, system structures, however you want to call it, resources, man. It never happens. You got, I've worked at 3 schools and I've been the only black male instructional staff member. The only black male at 3 schools. 3 schools.
Wow.
Like, just think about that for a second. So between those three
It's no
schools,
men. There's no men around, bro. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, like there's
yeah,
no men around. It's doing this no more. It's
and
just really
those
not, and that's why the classrooms look the way they do in certain areas.
exactly within those schools, you have 600 to 700 black boys. No representation at all, none. So it's wild, man. It's wild, and let's we really want to finish the video, but you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of different things that we can lean on right now. Let's go ahead and get back to it.
How has that affected the job market?
I know all of our poli-sci majors and people who are graduating really hoping to enter into the government are having to shift and rethink it. Applications are down 40% for government jobs. And with government employees looking for work themselves, it's a really competitive market. So people are really looking to pivot.
Despite the drop in demand, there are some exceptions to the cooling trend. So what are those jobs that are looking good?
Luckily, it's not all doom and gloom.
Okay.
The healthcare industry is still surging and doing very well, especially for physicians and surgeons. Other areas that we're seeing job opportunities are in therapy, in sports, civil engineering, as I said before, personal care and home care, and other areas like, as I said, the pharmaceutical category. So that's all still doing well, and also dentistry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for graduates who cannot find a job or an internship, what advice would you give them?
Okay, so our Gen Zs are really going to need to be resilient and adaptable.
If you're not resilient and adaptable, you're gonna have some trouble.
Just off the jump, off the bat.
Off the bat. If you're not resilient and adaptable, I mean, bro, and you could talk to this, bro. Like, there are so many people, man. And I'll just speak to myself. Having all the credentials, the qualifications, the experience, things like that don't necessarily matter when it comes to people who have an agenda, who have egos. I was lied to. Let's just say that.
You gotta repeat what you said. Tell them what you say. You say having all the qualifications,
All the credentials, the qualifications, the experience, the degrees, the license, all that don't matter. I was lied to. So
you got attention too, though. That don't matter when people got an agenda.
Right now, I'm being lied to. Right now, by my own people. But it's been happening for years. It's been happening since hold on, man. Hold on.
Is this mic on?
Hold on.
Okay, he going to the files. He going to the handy dandy notebook, man. Wait. Y'all ain't got him started, man. Don't get y'all ain't got him started. What you looking for now, man? Come on, man. The people trying to see what you talking about, man. They don't want to see you searching for documentation, man. Documentation does be conversation though. Go ahead.
Hold on, man. Cause see, I got the facts.
Okay.
It's been happening since the beginning of time. See, I got the facts. I got the facts. Black people been lying on black people since the beginning of time. Black people been writing out other black people since the beginning of time. Black people been talking about, oh, your master do that to you? Oh, well, I got the best master in the land right now. How you gonna say that about my? No, he ain't never had me do that. My master cold. My master let me get this, let me get that. We all enslaved. We all broke. Why we talking about who got a Gucci belt on and who don't? We all in a broke down house. Why are we talking about who got a Benz and who don't? We all live in the same community. It's been happening since the beginning of time, man. I got the facts.
Talk to him.
You can't lie to me.
I'm not Mitt Romney.
So all the lies gotta stop. You talking to somebody who done went deep enough. Pause, no Diddy. You got somebody
Bro,
who didn't
you
walk
gotta
that.
explain it, bro.
You got somebody who
You
didn't
gotta
walk
explain
that
that, bro.
trail.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I didn't work extremely hard. I don't care if I don't get no money when I leave here. I'm gonna get the truth. That's what I'm gonna get. It's too
I
many
want the
people
truth, but
lying.
I want the keys too, though. I want some money too,
I want
y'all.
some bread. That's why I'm. That's why
I
I'm
want
on the
some.
stream.
I want
I
some,
want some bread.
yeah, I want some bread now. Hey, we gonna
Oh,
put some positive affirmations up in there. All right.
Malcolm X and MLK, they found out at the end that it's about economic power. Look at the bread and basket campaign by MLK. Before he left out, he knew it was about economic power.
He
Let's
brought
get
them
to the
jewels.
video. Bro, you got anything else thing I say? I know what I'm saying. I know I'm on one tonight, but I
Bro,
get
calm down,
hot,
man.
bro.
Right. Bro, what's in that cup, bro? What happened? Let me see that cup, man. What's in that? Let's see that cup. Where
Hey,
that cup at, man?
whatever's in my
Hey, boy,
cup,
that cup was
it's my
full when I
cup.
started, man.
Hey, it's you know what I'm
It was
saying?
full. Hey, man. Hey, now, hey.
You know? But let's do it. Let's do it. Let me see. Let me hold on. Let me get us back to where we need to be. All right.
So kids who are graduating college right now, maybe they need to rethink some of the industries they were going to go into and they were hoping to get jobs in and go to the places where there are job opportunities. They also need to be more adaptable to salaries and starting salaries. They were thinking they were going to get higher ones, and now they should really just look for taking the jobs they can get. And also, I always say, really make sure you're putting your best foot forward all the time. It's a very competitive market out there, so you want to have a great resume that's really showing the best of you, and don't have it too generalized. Make sure it's really showing your personality and the things that make you unique. And if you get an interview, practice those interview skills. Really go in professional and ready to go.
I know there's so much advice, on videos and everything these days. And always write that thank you note. I always say
that's
that.
true.
Yeah, always write the thank you note. You know what I'm saying? Email them back, thank them for the interview, check all the boxes. The main thing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Before you get going, like, I don't think that I feel like I feel like it's kind of insulting to the people for somebody to graduate with a master's degree to be telling them, oh, make sure you don't say thank you for the interview, or make sure you categorizing yourself, giving your characteristics, you know what I'm saying, like. I didn't did 8 years, 17, 12 years in school. Like, that should be a given. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta explain that. Like, the real problem, the real nitty gritty is that it's a lot of nepotism at work. I think that's like when it's hierarchy getting higher, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the way for it? Is that really how it's supposed to go? I mean, even though we know it is, but what's fair not always equal. So really, man, it's about networking. It's power in networking, bro.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the head. I can't tell Josh, yo, go to school and I got 4 degrees and I'm not where I want to be. I got four degrees. I'm not where I want to be. How can I say that? How can I say that confidently? Now, I know it's about overall education. I done seen people get millions of dollars and go broke, whatever else, that happens. But I'm not saying it's about the degree. I never tell you that. I done seen people without the degree, without the qualifications, get the position.
Mm-hmm.
And also are bad people, are not good people. So it's about who you know. It's about timing. It's about they told me it was about degrees, hard work. I'm reading this book called 99% Perspiration, when you sweat. They told me it was about how you carry yourself. When I was told to leave a job because I became more qualified for the position, I left with a handshake and a smile. They told me to be extremely diplomatic. I did that. What are the real answers? What's the real answers? Because y'all
That's
messing
what I'm
with me.
saying.
I
They messing
I
with
did,
you, man.
yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I
talk
did
to 'em,
exactly
man.
what y'all told me to do, just so I can see. Just so I can see if y'all lying to me or not. Y'all been lying to me. Y'all been lying to me. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and to play devil's advocate, I know people are gonna say, well, you gotta take that extra step forward. You gotta really you gotta put yourself above these qualifications, man. In actuality, you can do everything. You could be the perfect person for that job. But if you don't have the perfect person hiring you for that job that's gonna pull your app, that's gonna put a word in for you, you kind of like a fish, what I'm saying, in a bucket. It's gonna be real hard to, what I'm saying, for somebody to pick you and just not be random. If you don't know nobody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion.
And
Personal belief as well, though.
people talk about, well, I mean, you young, right? That's another thing. You young. Fred Hampton was 21. He led our people to a lot of progress. Free breakfast programs, free learning programs. He was younger than me,
And they
21
ran
years
they
old.
ran in the crib and shot him up for that. Like,
Exactly.
think about it.
COINTELPRO ran there and shot him up, bringing people together. The Rainbow Coalition. What was the Rainbow Coalition? You had the Young Lords, right? And you had the Young Patriots, and you had black people. Who were the Young Patriots? Poor, middle-class white people he was bringing together. So when you keep telling people they too young, you telling them they not qualified because they young. But hold on, when you say pay your dues, that's not what you told your son or daughter when they was trying to apply for a job and get that number, right?
I got a
bag.
question.
Go ahead, bro.
Can you be 18 and apply to go to the Army?
You can
To
be
prove
18 and get
and try
drafted.
out?
Yes. Yes.
So you could be 18 and be drafted, but you're too young to be able to provide for yourself and set yourself up to have a foundation where you ain't got to be trying to wait until your latter 30s to get your life together. But you can go join the army and get your leg blown off, get shot in the head, and forever have post traumatic stress disorder, forever live with killing people. So I mean we're not dumb.
We don't
Some
trust you, nigga. We don't.
enough is enough.
We don't trust you.
Why? For what? I see you. People will play around in your face if you let them. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
ain't fooling me.
Uh, let's get off this, man, before I have to hurt somebody, man.
And next topic, man.
Next topic. There